Hello Libra, this is your special 2015 year ahead forecast brought to you by InsightfulAstrology.com. Libra, in 2015 you have a very special karmic lesson ahead. It has to do with overcoming your fear to speak your mind. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but first let's get started with love and relationships. Because Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, will be in your 11th house of social networking until August 11th. While Jupiter is here, your social life is much busier than usual. Jupiter came into this part of your chart last July, and you'll enjoy the first half of 2015 with Jupiter in your 11th, and you might be joining new groups, you might be making lots of new friends and important social contacts that you will want to pay attention to. These people have the power to help you realize a personal dream, a personal goal. Pay very close attention to March 3rd and June 22nd, because on those dates, the planet Jupiter will make a gorgeous trine to the planet Uranus, now in your partnership sector. This tells me that one of these friends or social networkers that you're meeting will be able to partner up and actually help you fulfill a dream. Amazing, amazing energy. Then the final Uranus-Pluto square does happen on March 16th, and this will affect you in your relationships if you're married, because Uranus is in your 7th house of partnerships and Pluto is in your 4th house of home and family. So there could be one more rumble between you and your spouse concerning home situations. This has been going on since 2012, and thankfully March 16th brings the grand finale of this energy. After that, it's over. Still, there's a difficult lunar eclipse in your sign on April 4th that you'll have to deal with, and in your partnership sector on September 27th that you'll have to deal with. These two tense eclipses will challenge a relationship that is committed, such as a marriage or a relationship where you're living with someone. It's not that it has to end. If things are bad and it's meant to end, of course it will, but I do feel like you're learning a lot more about compromising and making a concession in order to make a relationship work. When it comes to your spiritual life, Libra, that becomes an emphasis after August 11th and until September 9th, 2016, because Jupiter will move into your 12th house of everything that's hidden. During this time, you actually have divine protection. Do not discount Jupiter in your 12th house. This is a beautiful transit, and I see it work over and over again in this regard. Let's say you're going through hell. Things are so bad, you don't know how you're going to get out of a situation. Well, Jupiter in your 12th house is this divine protection. Just when something gets at its worst, you're rescued. Help arrives. It's that magical and beautiful. So you will have this for a year starting August 11th. Jupiter will make a gorgeous trine to the planet Pluto in your 4th house of home and family on October 11th. And so if there's any situation on the home front, you know that you're getting rescued and saved, and cosmic protection is all over it. A solar eclipse happens in your 12th house on September 13th, and this is a supportive eclipse. So I am feeling like you're going to get some renewal of faith and spirituality, and your compassionate side will definitely be aroused during this eclipse. So go ahead and initiate something that benefits someone else. You'll be glad you did. Home and family and communications. This is where things change for you, and this is where your karmic lesson about speaking up comes into the picture. Saturn moved into your 3rd house on December 23rd, 2014. He'll remain there until June 14th, dip back into your 2nd house for a few months, but then on September 17th until December 19th, 2017, he'll continue to move through your 3rd house. What does this mean for you? Well, if you have any siblings, this could be a karmically challenging time between you and your siblings. And that's why I'm mentioning home and family situations, because you will have to address this in a responsible, mature way. It could also be that a sibling is going through a very hard time and needs your support with Saturn in your 3rd house. But the real lesson with Saturn in your 3rd house is about overcoming any fear you have about communicating, whether it is public speaking, writing, even teaching, okay? This is an important time where Saturn wants you to become the master of 3rd house activities. I can tell you from personal experience, I have this placement in my natal chart. So I have a permanent karmic lesson about overcoming a fear of communication. And the interesting thing is when you embrace Saturn's lesson in your life, he rewards you. So I used to be the girl who was afraid to speak up in class, who hid her writing work. And now look at me. I'm talking in front of all of you and I'm writing for millions of people all over the world to read. You overcome your fear and you become the master at it. You become proficient at it. So now, Libra, Saturn wants to teach you to become the expert in a field of communication. Don't waste this valuable transit. Saturn dips back into your second house of earned income from June 14th until September 17th. And that's where you have some money lessons to tie up. After that, the tightening of your belt you get to loosen your belt a little bit and life becomes a little easier financially. Work matters. A supportive solar eclipse on March 20th could bring a new job, new work your way, so be on the lookout for it. And that could be exactly what you've been waiting for. But on November 26th, when Saturn squares off with Neptune in your 6th house of work, I want you to be careful because there may be a disappointment happening between you and a coworker. On the whole, though, Libra, this is a year where you're going to overcome any fear of speaking your mind, speaking your truth, and I want you to do it with confidence.